You know, it's so interesting, and you talk about changing people's life, because I remember John and I growing up, and music changed my life. Music did something to me, and I heard certain bands that just completely just took me to another world. And I, and I've always kind of loved music, as even as like a 6 or 7 year old. But really, when I got into my teenage years, that's when I just fell in love with it, and obviously became a musician because I just love the communication part and communicating with the audience. But it's interesting, you talk about changing people's lives, and it was this funny thing that happened the other day. My daughter, who also now has this appreciation for music, she loves music, and she really's gotten into it. She sings, she does very well with it, and she had to draw this cover for this book that she had in school. And she says, "Dad, I want to show you the cover." And I said, that I drew, that I painted. I said, "Okay." So then she's 15, right? So I look at the cover, and it was very interesting. It's a snowman with headphones on, and it's in the snow. Behind the snowman, there's fire, and there's all these things happening. And I looked at her and I said, "What does this represent?" And she says, "Dad, it represents me with music, because as long as I have the music and I can hear it, everything else just goes away."
Yes.
Shocked.
Wow.
Yes.
So it's just the power of music, and it just blew me away. I just thought that was very interesting.
Allow me to say something about that. You use the word power, and I want to return in this moment the power to you, because you instilled that power into your child that afforded her to be in that state. My son, my youngest son, his name is Malachi, Malachi. His handle on Instagram, Malachi is Life, is a phenomenal artist. Brilliant. His first professional job was at 14 years old. He did a world tour with A.R. Rahman. A.R. Rahman is the composer that won the Academy Award for Slumdog Millionaire.
Right.
And he has arranged and written for all of them. My son's not Indian, but he chose my son because he found that Malachi had the ability to tell his story, in the innocence of a youth. He was the only youth in the show. He did a world tour, right? But the thing is that, like your daughter, man, Malachi has been playing his music. Malachi writes song after song after song after song. Like right now, you know the game Madden?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a game Madden, and I don't know that much about it, but it's a game that people play all over the world.
Right.
The professional football players, they all play it, and they did it. The Madden 22, which was Coach Madden. This is the first year they actually had Coach Madden on the cover of the game. And Malachi, my son, is the only artist that's got 2 songs actually in the game.
Oh,
right?
Wow.
Yeah. And they chose him to do the voiceover to promote the game, which very seldom, if never, happens. So, but I say that to say it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You gave your daughter the power to know that music is a life source, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I wanted to just say to you, for your daughter, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Because, you're going, boom, wow. But she said, look, as long as I got the music, I can do anything.
Anything.
Yes.
Yeah.